Well, there you go. Of course, we have ReVo with Tayu, Alien, Biscuit, Hawaii, and Patxa. On the other end, it's Benny, Fred, Hexus, Jazer, and Tony. Now, let's start this one off. Now, Rella, what do you think about this new lineup with Hexus, Tony, Benny, Fred, and Jazer?
Yeah, it's not a new lineup per se, because they are just going to play the mix right now, and after maybe more things are going to change on the French scene. You know how in France we love drama, we love how having shuffle all the time, but right now this is just for the Go4, and I think it could be very effective, because I mean, maybe with Zuzu it will be even more effective, but right now a very skilled players could be deadly.
No, we'll see here. Shanghai again. These tournaments are all best of ones, and anybody can sign up to Go4s for a chance to get 100 euros every single Sunday if you get the win, obviously, and then the final of the month every 4 weeks for 500 euros. Pretty darn nice. I know you've won a couple of those yourself, Rella. And well.
Yeah, we had a bit of luck with disconnection sometimes, but it does happen. Yeah. It's already some money to buy food, you know?
Exactly.
You can buy a McDonald's or something like this.
Exactly. Well, in France there's KFC, so it's a lot better than Belgium.
There are KFC. Oh my
yeah.
God, we are still lucky.
Yes.
Such culinary culture.
Exactly. Well, start off here in CG Shanghai, which will be our only map for this best of one. ReVo starting to make it happen. There's nobody actually holding off Charlie, which is what we usually see on the Chinese side. And Hawaii here trying to hide behind the pillar. And when he has the chance, he's going to go for it. There we go. He's going to pull back. He sees there's a lot of Infamous players. There's really no chance to go for a safe C plant. Would just give Infamous a squad wipe for free in a situation like this. But, you know, we see a lot. The first 2-3 minutes of Shanghai, there's a lot of stalemates down the middle. They just fight off. How do you think, the better ways of breaking a stalemate of Shanghai after your experience?
The better way, I mean, breaking a defense, say?
Yes.
You can have two ways of doing it. You can have the Fnatic way, just waiting for the mistake of the enemy team, and when there is one mistake, you try to make a snowball effect, you know, like you're trying to capitalize on the mistake of the enemy team by just backraging the whole enemy team because one guy wasn't at his good spot.
Yeah.
Or there is the infamous way, which is not a good way to do. It's just rushing like retards in one space, one corner, and hope that you are going to be able to succeed into your push. But if you don't succeed into pushing correctly, there is no coming back. You're wiped, you know. So it's very different ways of pushing, and of course the safe way, I guess the Fnatic, the dexterity way, is way more effective and on the long term.
It is definitely a very different way of playing the game. You either, if you say YOLO in and see, can you pick off these shots, is your aim, it's more of an aim reliant and timing reliant play, whereas with the Fnatic plays, it's just, waiting, and they always do it with this, waiting around for the mistakes, and they always capitalize on it perfectly, sending drunks to the side all the time, and all that working fantastically for them. But here, it's still a stalemate. Hex is holding the side, he's got Fred to help out, and Tayu is right behind the lion statue. Jazer trying to flank, and Jazer does get the headshot and subs Tayu in place, and this is actually a break. The one thing with Shanghai is that you can flank way on the side, and we've seen Jazer doing that before. Can actually catch a lot of these teams off guard, and that's exactly what he's doing right now as he takes down Biscuit, and that's the second. That's the bomb on the ground and 3 kills. They have now control and should be able to at least establish something, but look at ReVo pushing up. That's a bit of a strange move as Tayu left on his own in the mannequin store. He peeks out, not able to do anything. That's pretty much a squad wipe as Infamous have the advantage to push onto that B site. Now, when you're pushing from the Chinese side onto the US, when do you think you should just go for a B plant? And what do you think capitalizing on a more difficult but more rewarding A and C plant, how do you make that decision in a situation like that?
Well, I would say anyway, you have to go for the B plant at first, because it's going to give you the advantage of having planted one time, and it's very important to know that whatever happens, if there is no more plant, you win. So the B plant is like the best possible. You are in head glitch, you are behind the balcony. There is very few situations where the C or the A will be necessary, unless you are dominating the team so hard that you don't care about what you are doing.
Well, that's exactly what actually the boys are doing right now here from Baptou. I still have no idea why they call it that like that, and why the flag is an American flag on ESL, but I digress. Hawaii trying to push up. This is a bit of an open spot. We've seen this used before, especially by Drunks and Too Easy in the ESL 1 Grand Finals about a month ago, where you would have somebody spawning on the US side trying to go for the wide flank, not even making a move or a sound until he knows that he's in a good position to capitalize on a flank, when most teams are just focused on going for that diffuse, focused on going for this, you know, stopping the assault on the side itself. And here it's just buying time. Tony finally falling. Hex is still alive. There we go. He's gonna go down. This is buying time for Infamous to respawn back in after that bomb destroyed, and they're gonna go and try to push the boys at ReVo away. Again, 1 point for Baptou. They're pretty happy with it so far.
Yeah, I mean, Baptou is exactly the reverse of ReVo, because ReVo are guys that are playing together for a long time now. They were at Gamers Assembly together also, I think, a long time ago. And the thing is, they are like good players, but they are not playing the game a lot. And Infamous are in a mix, but they are like playing the game a lot. So you have very different game styles right now.
Well, that is going to allow ReVo to get a bomb plant. This is starting to look a bit shaky, and this is the thing when you're playing in a mix versus a team that has been playing for so long together. Really, the team play will outshine even one of the better aiming teams here, like Infamous. Tony unable to get the frag. Tayu coming on from behind as he spots Alien going down, gets the revive. They're just trying to keep the line alive. And Shazair, he's all on his own in the stairs, last man alive. Fred is spawning in to try and keep the ranks, and he goes in, takes down Tayu. But do they have enough time to push for it? Look at ReVo. They're set. Hawaii and Alien are set in such a good side, and this, I fear, might be the tie-up 1-1. Benny last alive, and they're respawning back at base. Pretty nice point. Didn't expect it, to be honest. But ReVo will be able to capitalize. Well done.
Yeah, yesterday there was staying topsy. It was a very good idea to be topsy, but when you still have the enemy being able to plant the bomb and that you are topsy, you become useless, because it's a very good spot to defend the plant or to prevent the plant. But when it's already planted, well, you are in a situation where you can't do anything anymore, and you just have to hope to be able to make the kills.
For sure, and in a situation like this, ReVo staying behind and, you know, trying to delay that counter push from the boys at Infamous, if you will, but, you know, or they call it again, Baptou. God, it's so annoying, but staying behind and trying to delay their counter push is extremely good, because this allowed them to get the bomb so close to A. And look at that, Fred, Benny from behind. Fred's gonna fall, but Tony's respawning on a Benny. They have a chance, but with nobody defending tops, as you were saying, Patsa now is now in a perfect position. And checking the stairs in a second story is perfect to defend that A bomb plant, because you have the perfect angle on it. Wherever they come from, you can see them directly going into the site, and there's so little ways you can actually block them off. Hawaii here feeling the burn. He does take down Benny. Hex is still alive, gets the one shot and needs to still move up. They need to take down the players up on top, and yeah, Patsa just playing it perfectly.
If everybody respawn on the top C guy, I don't understand how Infamous could be able to defuse.
Now, even with smokes on the top, it's going to be extremely difficult. Just spraying down a couple grenades, and this will be it to end it. A very quick capitalization on their situation after the first bomb plant. 2-1 for ReVo, and Biscuit, well, he's going to have the biscuit and the cake in this round. Well done. Yeah, I like cake. I don't know about you.
I do like cake.
There you go.
But, you know, it make you fat. So
well, yeah, but it's fine for you.
No, it's not fine. I'm getting old, you know. You have to eat better when you get old.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I still rely on a diet of kebab.
Very, very healthy diet.
A very healthy diet. Well, today I made something that's very good. It was what was it? Rice with sauce bechamel, champignon, and some grilled chicken. It was so good.
It's very good. Best way to live a long life. But yeah, I know I'm right now in a situation where I am trying to learn to make food that is not 100% made of fat. It's very hard. Very hard. I'm trying to, you know, look videos on YouTube to know how to make different things
Yeah, you're checking out the level cap of.
Yeah.
Level Cap's third channel is a cooking channel. If you didn't know, he has a Lego channel now.
Really?
No, it would be cool if it actually had that.
Yeah. It would be like, you know, when you're on battlefield, you are raging, so you are trying to eat something to calm down yourself.
Exactly.
And Level Cap is there, so it's also there to teach you how not to get fat.
Exactly. It's like a nerd diet channel. Somebody has to like make that. This is a shout out, and from now I'm telling you, I take 75% of all the income made from the channel.
Yeah,
but
yeah, you know, makeup channel for nerds would be
yeah.
the best addition to that.
Or how to get girls. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
I could not do that.
I could maybe make that channel. You know, I'm drowning. When I went to Gamescom, what do you guys think I was doing all the time? I mean, we were sitting casting, and we had an AC, you know, air conditioner and everything. You guys, it was hot and crowded and whatever. We were sitting pretty. Girls would comment and were like, "Hey, we're casters with ESL." It's like, oh my god, a lot of.
In the players that could do something was safe because he's the master.
Yes, he is. We have the Agar Ayo master, and then we have the woman master. Yeah, the seduction master. Saif really is a pro at it. If only he could do that in game. That would be good.
Oh, that's heavy.
It's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to declare war with Saif. I really
He's very strong. I don't.
you know, in the iteration, like Hysteria was saying this a few days ago. He was saying something very true. In the iteration, you never know. It's not because you add 5 top fraggers in the same team that you are going to have a good team. You can have a team extremely strong with one guy that is actually never making any frags, but his presence, his way of positioning himself, is way more important than actually making frags, you know.
That's true. Saif actually is a pretty good in-game leader for calling out things, and he's very good at keeping his calm under very stressful situations, which means that his entire team calls down as well and focuses, which is very good for them.
Exactly, yeah.
So he also gets frags, but he gets the frags that really matter, at least in my opinion. So this is a bit of a consolation if he's actually, you know, watching the stream.
Obliteration can be just a match can be won just by the one action, like one guy camping with RPG and being able to shoot the RPG to prevent a defuse. Just that one kill can make all the difference.
It's
domination where every kill was important. Every kill.
It was just another kill in domination. Exactly. It's like on train, you're playing T versus CT, you're on T, you know, you get the bomb plant on B site and then you lob an incendiary on the site and nobody can defuse it. Yeah, that's how you win it. But they started off here. ReVo now switching to the Chinese side, and ReVo are up 2-1. And they're going to need 2 more bomb plants to be able to take it, or, you know, take this one 2-0, 2-1. And, well, they can still have the boys at Baptou taking it 3-2. So it's a pretty exciting game for now, and we still hop into the bit of a you know, skirmish off the start. Fred trying to pull back. And what do you think is the better side to be on when playing on C2 Shanghai?
That's a good question. I would say ReVo had the best side at first. It depends on the team, but I would say ReVo had the best side at first. Because, like, when you are able to plant and to reach the top C on the Chinese side, you are able almost to pass drape the enemy team, like, real hard, and it's really hard for the enemy to get out of this situation.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, Infamous is in a situation to make a comeback right now.
Let's see how they play this aggressive play, but Jazair is gonna fall, and he is one of the more aggressive players. I was really surprised the first time he played as a stand-in for Infamous a couple of seasons ago in April, and he really shined, especially for a player that was new to the team and to a top-level team. And Hawaii coming in, taking down Tony. They're gonna have access to this bomb right now. There's still Benny alive, and he's got that AEK. He does end up taking down Hawaii, so the bomb is down on the ground, but still it's a stalemate. Benny left alive, and they're trying to corner him here, ReVo. Well, it's a nice thing that we're seeing the guys at Infamous, if you will, Baptou, actually spawning in on the second US base, because if you don't know in Squattleblitz, you have 2 bases to spawn on, and I really think this is a very good addition to the mode itself, because it creates different ways of, you know, getting out of a spawn trap and using it to flank as well. So it's an interesting way to add more lanes of work in such a tactical mode. And I hate using the word tactical, but it really does. Alien pushing down. Biscuit will get the first on his Jazer, and it seems like every single time the guys of Baptou want to push into a site, they meet this wall from ReVo that they can't really push through, and that's Patsa to take down a second Hexus, switching around for the M16A4, which is going to help a lot at long range. But in a situation like this where you're playing inside of the the small hallways, there we go. Pulling out the Glock is a perfect thing. And here's a bit of a satirical question: do you like using the Glock full auto or holding it down, bursting? This is a question for everybody in the stream as well.
This is not powerful enough. I mean, 1,100 of bullets per minute is not enough. I mean, I would like if it could also one-shot people. Like, no, to be true, it's very sad that they nerfed the Magnum, because before that you had the good, you know, it's like the Jedi. You had the good side of the Force, where people were using the Magnum, the skilled one, and you had the dark side of the Force, the people using the G18. And I was definitely on the dark side. I was a Sith.
Yes.
And because it was OP and it wasn't skilled at all, but it was incredibly efficient. And sadly now you don't have the choice anymore. Everybody is on the dark side of the Force.
Well, you have the mare's leg.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It is a one-shot headshot for pretty long range, but still, it's like, this is so terrible.
I mean, you have to be very skilled to make the difference between mare's leg. Maybe Dragon would be able to make the difference with that, but...
yeah, maybe if it was a one-shot headshot up to like 50 meters, then it would be balanced with the reload.
Yeah, exactly.
It would be something, but still a stalemate. Remember, it's not a normal ESL, you know, ESL 1 settings, so we do have 15 minutes per half, not 10. I would personally like it to be 10, or personally I would really like it to be 4 rounds of 5 minutes each. I think that would be perfect for the mode as it is right now. That's a discussion for another day, if you will. ReVo sticking around, players still respawning on the side of Infamous. ReVo still in control. Remember, it's a 2-to-1, and playing for 10 minutes, you can at least see a tie-up here. But how will it happen? There we go. They take down 2. Fred will try to push up. This is a perfect timing for him. They're trying to cut off the reinforcements, but he's gonna fall. This is terrible. Refract from behind from Jazer, and come back. Hexus, no.
Everybody. Oh no, they are responding on him. It was the guy that had to die if Infamous wanted to do something, but oh yes, they are getting. Oh no.
Yeah, this is terrible. Biscuit can just gun it across the map, and there's only Fred to try and stop him. He's trying to push in. Benny and Hexus have to be in perfect position. I like the M16A4 from Hexus. It's going to help a lot in these long-range fights, but how will he utilize it? And MLK Dome Shot, thank you for subscribing to the channel. And there we go. He does hit the headshot and stops Biscuit in his track. So this is perfect for the guys at Baptou, and I'm never gonna learn that name ever, but because I keep looking at my third screen to see like what the hell is their name.
But do you know what it means, or should we explain maybe? In French, Baptou means white person, and Baptou fragile means white person, a bit nerdy, you know. Exactly. So it means like literally a white guy playing video games too much.
I've never heard, like, obviously I speak French, but with Baptou, I've never heard that. It's like slang. Like, what do the youngins say these days?
Exactly.
There you go. Tony falling Hawaii. He's playing very nicely here. Hexus pushed to a very bad position, but he will try to hold on. There you go. Takes down Hawaii. Let's spot the rest. No, not just yet. And they're sitting right outside. I like, though, Jazer's position. Benny did fall, but they didn't spot Jazer just yet. There you go. Now he sprays in, but this quote-unquote head glitch fix, he somehow makes it on the Tayu. So he takes him down, trying to put the boys at ReVo on their feet. So they have to look every couple of seconds, you know, are they coming from behind?
Yeah.
what's going on, just to keep them on their toes. But Hawaii will refract to take him down, and that's another to finish off Benny. There's still Tony left alive, and he's on the site itself right below. He's waiting to respawn his teammates there.
ReVo is playing good. I mean, they are like not committing themselves in the push, so there is always one or two guys staying behind that are able to wait for the response. It's not like a kamikaze push, you know. They are playing very smart. I mean, I guess they watched maybe some records or some streams to know exactly how to play so safe.
Yeah, and I'm really impressed, to be honest, because from what we've seen before, ReVo were kind of the team that always got bashed around, but you know, they're not on the level of the top 8 that usually are at LANs. But today, I'm fairly impressed with their performance, how they're able to do it. But Fred is going to refrag. He walks into the grenade, but does not matter. He stays alive because hashtag BF4 physics. And the Chinese side here is going to be suffering as Benny pushes up. It's very important to hold that top side. Benny missing every single shot, finally connecting on a Hawaii. He's right behind the Glock. 1 Glock, 2 Glock. Yes, he does. That's a triple kill, and the bomb is down, but he needs to stay alive. No, Benny finally falls in. Fred trying to whirl it around, and that's Boxstead to get the double. No, not just yet. He gets 2 players to respawn on him. It's so important to keep here. Fred shot down as soon as he goes up. There's still one more alive to try and shut him down very close by. Jazeer goes down. They need a grenade on the site. Hexus, there we go. He has the grenade. Will the Pokeball land? Nobody on the site. Nobody defusing. He turns around. Hexus falls down. But from behind, Biscuit is able to get the defuse. This is perfect. He had 4 teammates defending the plant and actually pushing the guys at Baptou behind. And he was just defusing from a very nice angle. ReVo are learning this map and this game very, very nicely. And if they can keep this one up, I think they might even be able to make it to the final season. It's still in counter push. 6 minutes left on the clock as grenades are raining in. And a bit of a technical question, but again, you are the player that has a lot of experience in this. What do you see the better ways of shutting down a push from the Chinese side onto that B site? Because usually when that B site is planted, there's no way you're defusing it if you're on the US. It's pretty rare to see a defuse. You know, what are the ways? When do you want to shut that push down? Do you go for flanks? Do you go for what? Yeah,
exactly like they did actually. Like you are usually in the no man's land when you are pushing for the B. You know, for a few meters. Like in front of the stairs, you know, and when you are standing as the guy from the American side on the A point, you have a very long time where you can shoot people before they reach the B point. That's that's the shoot you want to land. That's the shoot you have to do. Otherwise, if the guys are able to reach the B side, it's over usually.
Yep. There you go. They close up the blinds here. A very nice play to try and utilize that levolution, if you will, to their advantage. But with the bomb plant down, 3 players left alive on the US side. You're going to have to make play happen here as ReVo is going for the defuse, but Fred's still alive on second floor. This is an extremely, extremely good position to be in, but Tayu is able to frag, and the bomb is going to get defused, but Benny refragging very, very quickly, and they still have control of the site itself. They're going to have to survive and shut down these players from ReVo as quickly as possible. Tony grabs another, living up to the name. Hawaii down, and there's nobody on top. Biscuit now has to blow open these blinders if he wants to go onto the site, and stuck in showroom. Headshot on a Fred. That's 3 players going down very, very quickly. ReVo are on their fragging game today, and the camp spot from Penny. My God.
Yeah, it's a surprisingly intense match. I mean, I didn't expect such, I mean, nice frags and good team play from both teams. Especially ReVo, because you can see on the minimap they are always together. Like there is not a guy useless in a corner at all. It's always like together and pushing together. Except right now where they are pushing a bit too boldly, I guess. But
yeah, they want to go for the trial. Yeah, that was a bit of a foolish push. But ReVo definitely, when they're retaking a site or pushing on a site itself, they're always moving as a unit. So they're going into a site, they're watching every single angle, and they're trying to move around. But look at that, they have 4 kills, and so quickly that's a wipe. Hawaii now has to respawn, and they might just go for that A plant if they can gain control of second story, which is exactly what Jazeer is trying to do here. that A plant is going to be so cash money for them, but no, they're going for C. Jazer is going to be stuck up in front. 3 minutes left on the clock. A play has to happen right now. And as you were saying, defending a bomb plant from that top side is much, much easier than one would think. An MBT Law lobbed across. We've seen that in the ESL 1 finals as well. It's so difficult to go through it.
We lost with them because one guy of our team was killed while he was almost defusing.
Yeah, and I remember that game. I remember the cast.
I will remember this every night.
It was actually versus Penta, I think.
Yes,
Penta learned a lot from the Australian team with plays like that of the MBT Law. There you go. 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Barely a single push in hand. And if ReVo were stopped on this respawn here, the boys at Infamous, I'm going to call them at this point, should be able to continue. But with Fred falling, Jazer still stuck on top. And his job here is still delay. He's trying to buy time for his teammates to get back into position and gain control of that bomb. And he's taking down Biscuit, Alien, and Hawaii from below. And look at Tony. He's holding the angle very nicely. Hexus, he's jumping around here, trying to catch any player moving around through mid. And almost taking down Hawaii, but that's enough information for them. Alien right on lower. Turns around, gets shot out. Fred coming back out of retirement here, if you will. The master player with the AEK since 1986, I believe. Yes.
Yeah. Infamous had very good position. They were in situation of Garia. They were top C, and they could just camp with very good positions. And the enemies are never sure they killed everybody at this point. But for some reason, they decided to go out of the top C and to opt for a more frontal push.
Indeed. Benny pushed up. Alien's going to be able to hear the respawn. He's going to be able to hear the movements, and Alien from behind. Oh my god, he's got them both in hand, but somehow Fred turns around and is able to shut him down. Tayu stuck up watching mid. He's spraying in. That's terrible spray control. And he's going to get shut down by Tony. Benny finally falling, but Fred will refrag. Hawaii watching, and he's got a pretty good spot here to delay a push through onto the corner shop, if you will, inside the mall. That they need control. Alien, he's low on health. He is spotted. He's trying to play the angles here. Grenade coming in, unable to get anything out of this one. Benny finally getting a frag for his name as he gets, well, we all remember the 13-1. That Biscuit, watch, oh my god, Biscuit, look at that position. He fails completely. Hexus is able to take him down, but this is a perfect push onto the site. There's only Alien and Hawaii left alive, and this is going to be terrible if ReVo actually fail and lose the second half. Fred did take down one player on upper. Jazer to take down the second, and now this is so difficult to break. When you have a player in Benny's position to watch anybody coming in from the outside on the water side, you have Jazer on top, you have two players on the showroom itself, and you have one on the second story to watch from the other angle. How can you break a hold like this?
Drop the mic is the end.
Yeah. There we go. Eminem here, aka Rella, is dropping a mic. He's gonna call it, and I think I'm gonna call it myself. Pretty nice game from ReVo, but 3-2.
But Infamous stepped up, and I don't think ReVo was able to handle the pressure because they were playing good, but at some point Infamous put so much pressure on them. Maybe the fact of not being used to be in a winning situation against Infamous, and they, I don't know, they played differently at the end. They were afraid.
Yeah, afraid, and that's something, you know, when you're playing as a team.